Good morning, metalheads of the internet, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Metal Meltdown. Today we are talking about the latest studio album from Crypt Sermon entitled The Stygian Rose. This is the third full-length studio album and the first in nearly 5 years from this American doom metal crew. Myself and my lovely wife Anna were big fans of their sophomore album, The Ruins of Fading Light, released back in 2019. In fact, that was one of her favorite albums of that year. That album, along with 2015's Out of the Garden, did a great job at bringing classic, old school, epic doom metal influences from Candlemass, Solitude Aeternus, and Dio-era Black Sabbath into the modern era, giving it a bit of a modern coat of paint. Lots of big, bold, triumphant, and majestic songs with great hooks, great riffs, great production work courtesy of Arthur Rizek, who at this point, one of the best modern metal producers out there right now. I swear to God, this dude has the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to literal gold. And the kinds of stories that Crypt Sermon were telling through these songs on these albums were biblical, not just in size and scale and feel, but also in a very real, literal sense. So much so that for a while, Crypt Sermon were genuinely prepared for the possibility of people believing that Crypt Sermon were a devoutly Christian metal band. As guitarist Steve Jansen remarks in this older Invisible Oranges feature, it's kind of a running joke. Brooks and I always like the idea of having people scratching their head and wondering if we are a Christian band. And right off the bat, though much of those ideas and influences and vibes and spices remain intact, The Stygian Rose appears to be a much more ambitious and dramatic record. With better production, more dynamic and theatrical, songwriting and performances. And it's all bound together and emboldened by an incredibly intriguing and romantic concept. As the band explains in a press release, The Stygian Rose follows a character inspired by Paschal Beverly Randolph, an early American spiritualist and sex magician. In The Stygian Rose, the unnamed character seeks to reconnect with his now maybe dead, definitely lost, though intentionally left vague, idealized female, embodying the Sophia Shakti Persephone divine wisdom feminine concept. This lost love is believed to be waiting for him, calling for him from the hollow. And as the album advances, you really feel and hear our unnamed protagonist grow more and more unhinged and desperate in his search for his lost love. It is an extremely simple setup for a story, but an extremely effective one nonetheless. Because A, it's inspired by apparently a real person, a fascinating person who was apparently a sex magician. That's wild. How the fuck do I get that job title? That sounds awesome. And also because it's a tale of the heart, from the heart. Everyone loves a good love story now and then, whether you're willing to admit it or not. All of the melodrama, the bombast, the inherent King Diamond-esque gothic theatricality of it all. It feels earned. And most importantly, it's very entertaining. You've got the opening number, Glimmers in the Underworld, a very immediate, sick and twisted cut with heavy pummeling sections, hard-hitting riffs and beats and grooves, emboldened by sweeping guitars and very regal dual guitar licks and leads. And right away, you really feel just how aggravated the main character is through Brooke Wilson's roaring, raspy vocals. The slower sections in this cut are what really do it for me too, because you have these towering atmospheric walls of classic, miserable, old school doom metal with some amazing lead vocals and these really sinister, evil kind of classic doom metal riffs as well. And that very often transitions back into some more high octane, heavy metal pyrotechnics. It's a very fun, dark, moody, bombastic, and appropriately over-the-top way, not just to introduce our main character and his problem, but frankly the entire record. Just a fantastic opening cut. Then there's Thunder, Perfect Mind, a slow-burning, brooding, powerful doom metal ballad and opus. The track feels very mournful and melancholic and ominous, but simultaneous to that, our main character is belting and roaring and hatching an evil plan like the villain of a Disney film. He sounds determined and genuinely confident in whatever kooky plan he's cooked up. And he's making it very clear he doesn't just love the woman that he's after. He needs her in his life. She is everything to him. She is war. She is peace. Some really great multi-layered gang vocal stuff, great use of subtle atmospheric keyboards as well. It honestly might be my favorite cut on the record, followed closely by Scrying Orb, which is kind of like a sick, twisted, eerie take on like a full-blown 80s metal power ballad. In fact, in a press release for this album, Crypt Sermon referred to this as an octaval ballad, and they also compare it favorably to Welcome Home Sanitarium from Metallica and Diary of a Madman from Ozzy Osbourne. Songs that are functionally similar to your average power ballad, but darker, more grandiose and majestic, more metal, really. Really loving how all of these atmospheric and dreamy and expressive keyboards and synths and guitar tones all work together in the opening. Really love how emotionally charged all of the guitar leads and solos are here as well. Those very soft-spoken, tortured vocals with these more unhinged, erratic bits as well are really great. Adds a lot of mood to this, adds a lot of drama. And the eventual build and unleash to just this emotionally charged doom metal madness is fantastic. Some of the best guitar solos I've heard all year. It's killer, it's great, I love it. The closing number and title track Stygian Rose as well is very interesting because it feels like a full-on embrace of a more gothic kind of doom metal with more solemn and lush keyboards and more expressive gothic chords and textures. Like, it does generally have this sadder, more mopey and depressive kind of feel and atmosphere. Narratively, it almost feels like our main character is realizing that his quest is a doomed one. Whoever he's looking for either doesn't love him or is gone and wants nothing to do with him, or, you know, maybe they're dead. Maybe they're like gone. Point being, whatever's happening or whatever's happened, clearly our main character is pretty down in the dumps right now. It makes for a very strong climax to the record, especially with these multi-layered, howling, wailing vocals at the very, very end, with these doomy poundings and sluggish assaults. Everyone is doing an amazing job on this record. I mean, you've got so much thunderous percussion and earthy bass tones and grooves and some amazing guitar pyrotechnics, multifaceted, versatile, theatrical vocals as well, amazing production. This is, in my opinion, the best thing that Crypt Sermon have done yet. Absolutely worth the 5-year wait. I'm feeling a 4.5 out of 5 on this bad boy. It really is kind of incredible. Not a single dull moment, not a single dud, no fat, no filler whatsoever. Tons of drama and bombast and emotion, but tons of metal and tons of brutality still as well. Longtime fans and anyone who just loves cool, epic doom metal are going to have a blast with this. It would not shock me at all if I started seeing other reviews and comments from other people saying this could be the best doom metal album of 2024. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the best. I don't know about, like, the best, because, like, damn Spectral Voice, damn Paul Bearer. But it is definitely Crypt Sermon's best album yet, in my opinion at least. And it is definitely an album that you need to check out. 4.5 out of 5. You won't regret it. It's truly incredible. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I am not an expert, nor do I claim to be. So what do you think? Do you like this record? Do you not like this record? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe right here so you get updates on the Metal Meltdown immediately. Look, there's even more videos here. That's so crazy and weird and wild. And as always, you have yourself a fantastic fucking day.